Welcome everyone to episode 7 of Show Me Your Medals. Immediately you can spot Mr. Vosu wearing a United top, which means only one thing. Yeah, they bloody won.
2 wins in a week, mate. 2 wins in a week. Flying.
Plus, I think Leanne's probably got tired of washing his clothes, so he's got nothing fresh to wear.
Cool.
So, yeah, I think let's start with United.
I thought we're breezing through the football bit, so we get on to the main topics, right?
We'll let's not breeze.
We gotta give our one loyal fan what he wants. You know what I mean?
We'll see. Yeah,
we shall
see how.
see.
We try and keep it short.
Yeah, so actually, I was thinking like our week's kind of changing now because now we're having like two games a week now, not even just a weekend game. So obviously Burnley 1-0. Wasn't as comfortable as it should be against a newly promoted team. Even the odds were a bit strange. Like Man United away were like touching even money. That's how like the confidence of United kind of fallen down.
Was it home?
No, United was away.
Right, okay.
Like, they were like touching like 1.9 kind of thing, which was for United against a newly promoted team. But like I said, it's almost just showing the kind of form United's in. Game wise, wasn't as it's another. I mean, a 1-0 win against Burnley. You know what I mean? Seeing as Burnley's been leaking a few goals, and it kind of just took a wonder goal to kind of get that win, right? No scapegoats now. Johnny Evans, amazing assists. Give him a 2-year contract.
Give him anything he wants, yeah? Anything he wants.
Yeah, you can do anything. You can give him, make him sign the contract like Solskjaer we gave him. Nothing too much actually. I mean, but Burnley had chances though. Burnley had like Man United. Like I said, we keep talking about the defense. The defense ain't great. They were like training cones. Burnley passing it in and out, hit the post. I think they had the majority of possession. I think like over 60% possession. And against United, like, if anything, it was not a lucky win because, I mean, there wasn't any. Burnley didn't have any out-and-out chances other than that post hit. But you just expect a lot more from United against Burnley. But that's just the form that United's kind of in now. There's no actual proper, pattern of play, or we're just not showing great form. But like I said, 2 wins in a week is everything you can ask for, really. Nothing too much. Nothing too much to discuss in the games. I mean, kept a clean sheet. Nana done all right since his mistake.
He did make a good save here and there.
Yeah, I think he's made he's made like doing his job saves. You know what I mean? It's nothing. Any like I said, any of those Burnley chances gone in, he would have been disappointed. So nothing.
What was he in goal against Palace?
Yeah, it was against Palace. Okay. So that's two clean sheets in a row. So happy days, right? But I've got nothing to complain about once. So United's on the up. Ten Hag ball, isn't it?
I'm just waiting for you to kiss that badge
2 wins,
now.
2 clean sheets, 4 goals. Yeah, like I said, I'm out of non-United shirts, so we've got to win every single game now, or stay undefeated,
or buy more non-United shirts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I literally haven't got anything. It's not because I want to skim through it, but literally I haven't got anything on United. Like I said, no scapegoats. Johnny Evans did his job. The defence is still like... who's United got next? I mean, that's going to be tricky because the defence is... Actually, I brought some... Ravan's back at least. Ravan's back, so that should help. Will's boy Mount is back. He got half, so bringing his fitness back. Is Palace at home next.
Oh.
So happy days.
Do you find that sometimes strange where you play one team and then you play them immediately in the next game?
Nah, that's happened a lot with us.
A strange phenomenon, or is it more common than
you think? It happens a lot on the cups, isn't it? I think there was one where I don't know if it Man City. I played one team like 3 times in a month or something like that. Something stupid. I forgot who it was. I remember it.
Might have been Arsenal, to be fair.
Yeah, Palace again should be. But like I said, you can't the League Cup one 3-0. You can't say too much. I mean, both teams just putting out their kind of reserves really. Martial got his goal. He looked happy actually. He celebrated. He smiled for once. So, yeah. One thing maybe we can talk about Sancho. Are we gonna guys? I think he's from Finland, right? He's Finnish, isn't he?
I thought he was English.
Yeah, no, he's 25, but nearly 26, but definitely Finnish. Yeah, that one's a strange one. I like it. He hasn't done anything. It's just a bad like. We're not even missing much because it's not as if he's been a performer or even a starter. So the fact that he's out is literally a non-issue, really. It's just an issue in the sense that it's kind of shown where United's been now and what, I keep wrapping off these bad signings, and Sancho's definitely firmly one of them. Did it in Germany, just came and just hasn't
Do you feel like if he went to a different
is he still fat?
Other than United, he would have probably got a bit more out of his career in the Prem? I think so.
Maybe it's hard to say. My example is anyone going to City. He's always going to play better. But he was from City, and City got rid of him for a reason, kind of thing. But yeah, but Man United. I mean, I can't even think of someone they've actually signed like a big signing and actually improved.
Has either gone downhill or
yeah. I can't think. Let's try it like Alexis Sanchez.
The greatest of heights
came from
played
the greatest of
piano
heights.
to get
Will's
there.
favorite, shirt on his back and everything. And just flopped. Anthony Martial's been there for long. They never done anything great. Going way back, Sebastian Vervan, not great. I'm struggling. Has anyone actually?
No, he didn't improve though. He
was
Van
Nistelrooy?
Class.
No, he was already great. You know what I mean, I'm talking about someone who's not mediocre, but middle of the ground and pop a shot off, or even just carry on. No, we're getting too back. We're going to be a bit more modern. So I don't know. Maybe someone would. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. But no, but you know what? We're getting mixed up though because Alex Ferguson era was out of the stratosphere. Since he's gone, everyone that's kind of come in hasn't been great. Zaha, no good.
Fellaini, no good.
Yeah, I like I said. Yeah, can't even think. Fellaini, he weren't good and no good. You get me? So just all these signings has just been bad.
Only Bruno. Bruno has been your kind of best signing.
I was going to say the first season of Fernandes. It was awesome.
But, I can't think of anything.
Really awesome.
I think maybe Højlund
my favorite
might be one. That's now,
Yeah, but that's the jury's still out.
It's too early.
Jury's still out on Højlund. He's looking good though. He's looking good. Giving Man United a good focal point, and Rashford back on the field. But Rashford is a greedy bitch, man. Like that guy, man. It's just
doesn't pass.
Just simple passes there, and he just like opts to shoot. But yeah,
isn't he not?
He's a striker. He's meant to do that.
He is known for that, but at one point, like sometimes. Yeah, but sometimes it's just pass the ball and then we'll like think for more for the team, you know what I mean? But just some people are just greedy. I mean,
well, on that topic of greediness, like that 2-2 draw, I went for a 2-0 win, but 2-2 draw. I think Dave was the only correct one here, going with that draw. I think you even said 2-2. Did you? Did you say 2-2?
Didn't put any money on it though.
That's okay.
I said 2-2, but I didn't put any money on it.
But like, one of those potential goals, Eddie could have cut it back, and that would have been a goal, an additional goal. Our first half was good. Second half, you can see like Ange is working with those players, man. They've got their confidence back for sure, 100%. Were they good goals out of our mistakes, out of defensive mistakes? Jorginho letting that one go. For Son to hit that was bad defensive error. I think the first goal was also a defensive error. We had so many chances. We lacked that ruthlessness again, like what I said from the start of this season. Like, what can we change from last season is have that ruthlessness. We just did not have that at all. Like in front of goal, we just didn't put the ball back in, in the back of the net. And then you've got an accumulation of injuries, which now I've heard is okay in the sense that they're very, very short term, and most of our main players will be back for City. But at that moment in time, we had Martinelli, Trossard out for that game, and you're thinking, okay, he's put Jesus on the width, and Eddie in the middle, and you're kind of wondering, Jesus has been so dangerous for us up front. Just kind of begs the question of what Arteta was really thinking. What was the strategy around it? I think it was fair.
Do you think 2-2 was
Definitely
a fair
in
result?
terms of a neutral perspective, but obviously as an Arsenal fan, you not expect is probably too strong a word to use there, but we had everything going for us to win that game. If it wasn't for defensive, I'm not saying the ref. I'm not
You mean the
saying
ref?
at
Yeah.
all. I mean, we had big chances. Jesus with that sitter, and he friggin' skied it. Like I don't know what he was doing. He could have just side-footed it into the goal, and that would have been a game-changing 2-0 first half advantage. That would have changed the game. Don't know what he was thinking there. And I think, honestly, everyone looked really tired, like very jaded, like leggy in that match. It's a North London derby. Like everyone should be up for it.
Is that from
I think
Europe?
Odegaard was pressing from the get go, and then he got his yellow card, and
you-
he kind of like sat back a bit, obviously for obvious reasons. But yeah, I just came off of that really disappointed. Like we dropped 2 points. We went ahead of those games. Each goal we had got us ahead in the game. We couldn't hold it. I don't know. Were Tottenham good, or were Tottenham? I don't know. I'm not sure if Tottenham were good.
Tottenham were good, but obviously that
Yeah.
Jorginho mistake obviously gifted Madison that the ball, and then Son, and then especially 1 minute afterward. But yeah, I mean, we spoke about Spurs, but they're looking good, especially without Kane. And Son's just stepped up. I mean, he last season we kind of like he was bad compared to the season before as well, and he obviously said he had a little bit of injury, but they've proper really shown. And
I think Madison's helped him a lot.
Madison.
yeah. Madison, it's almost like it used to be Son and Kane. Now it's like Madison to Son, Madison.
Like,
And Madison every week,
I'm
has just
not
been
hearing the
showing
end of this now.
your quotation of that taking Mount over Madison. Jeez. Yeah, you're not, because
You
he
won't.
keeps showing up though. He keeps showing up. 2 assists, that tackle, and he's just like fit that
I think he would
profile
have
of
fitted
Spurs,
into any
just
team that needed
down
a player
to a
like
T.
him.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's. Do you know it's quite because obviously he was cheap, 40 million, and it literally just shows. I mean, we always say, right, like these managers and these football scouts obviously know more than us fans. But on this occasion of Madison and Kai Havertz, it's literally shown like the majority of the fans are actually correct. Everyone, I mean, well, not you, Will, but I'm saying a lot of us are saying Madison, should be sick, right? Fit into loads of teams. But everyone kind of rejected him except for Spurs. I'm sure if Man United went in there, Arsenal went in there, the Chelsea's, Newcastle,
From the
whatnot, surely
from
he
the
would have chosen
performances
them.
that
He
Kai
would have
has
chosen them over
been
Spurs.
showing
So
us, even today in the Carabao Cup, like he doesn't offer anything for me. Like every time I see, okay, he's got a nice touch here and there, but that's not enough. I don't think. Like he's not impacting the game. Is he doing some of the defensive duties? Not as good as Shaka. No way near as good as Shaka. And I think that's what was missing in that game. A bit of bite. It was very lackluster. I felt for a North London derby, very boring. Even though we had 4 goals. But like, 65 million we spent on this guy who we could have had a Madison in there playing in that kind of role.
Just on the Madison, do you think there was something with him? That's why no one else touched him. Do you think obviously we don't see what's going on behind the scenes, training. Do you think? Oh, bloody hell, it's gone again.
It's all right.
He didn't listen to your voice and get a wired connection, but it's okay. But yeah, my question is: do you think
I'm not sure.
people
I
didn't
think
fancy him
maybe
because there
maybe
was
it was like
something
an
off?
agent thing.
There was
Maybe
something
it's
off with him
something to do with the agent asking for a
because
certain amount of money.
it's strange.
I think at that point where would it not? Like
But
financial fair
that
play and
won't
stuff
matter to the
going
big
on
clubs.
now,
It's
like
just strange. Even Liverpool,
and Tottenham
I've,
have the money to do it.
even yeah, it could be, but
We went
it's
for
strange
him.
that, like,
We were gonna. There were a
it
lot
just
of
seems
rumours
strange
like,
that no
we
one
were
else went
gonna
for
go
him.
for him.
yeah, that's why,
Honestly.
because I'm saying surely he. Yeah, but I'm just thinking like he would have chosen a Champions League team if a Champions League team was there. You know what I mean? That's what I find really weird.
So that's what I mean. Maybe there's nothing wrong with him, but
I,
I'm
it's
just
hard to
thinking:
say.
does he have
Yeah.
an attitude problem which no one knows about? It's hard. Well, it's hard to
No
say.
way. Yeah. It's a weird one, but like I said, this one's literally ones where, as a fan, it's baffling. Like, what do they not see in Madison over someone else? Whereas you ask the casual fans, a lot of us will probably choose Madison over the signings that they have made.
1-0, hard
So
fought.
yeah.
Okay.
What?
And Carabao Cup, Will? Happy?
Oh, quick one. Back to the game. Back to that game. A penalty or not penalty? For you guys.
That's, there's a
Obviously, it
lot
was
of debate
given, but do
around
you think
it.
those kind of
Obviously,
ones
I'm
are
always going to say
the Romero
penalty
one?
with that.
Yeah.
But you see them given. That's the thing.
But if it was
you see them
the other
given.
way around, would you be miffed?
So
Was it
for
the penalty then?
me,
That kind of thing.
his hands is
Yeah.
in like
Yeah,
a
you do.
awkward.
Yeah, you do.
It's unnatural, right? It's unnatural, right? By like a T-Rex.
Yeah, it's not quite unnatural because he was like that, but it was just more the fact that he can't get away from the shot. Yeah, I don't know. To me, for me, I prefer the old rule. I know I'm probably wrong on this, but I prefer the rule of if it hits your hand, it's a handball. You know, regardless of all this malarkey. And I know like you can't get your hand away, and then it shoots
Yeah.
and it's going like 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
But tough shit, you know what I mean? Like for me, that's the rules. It's like basketball. You can't use your feet.
It's more
Don't use your
clear
feet.
cut.
You know what I
There's
mean?
too much ambiguity.
Yeah, I prefer that when back in the days when it was a little bit
More
like
clear,
that.
more clear cut.
Yeah, whereas now they're adding the intentional and natural precision and all of this. It's just gone too murky.
It looked
And
like a pen to me.
yeah,
I think it was a pen. I think it was a pen.
but not if it was Liverpool's. Not if it's gone against you.
On the
100%
oh,
not if it's
actually,
Liverpool.
Carabao
100%.
1-0.
Normal
Hard-fought
reaction.
win. Actually, Brentford played really well second half. I watched it all the way through the whole match, and it's just I don't know. We didn't play our full strength team either, so I don't think we should really dwell on it. We're through. That's what we wanted. We wanted to rest our main players. Although Jesus, Zinchenko, Odegaard did come on eventually, I think it's just to kind of shore up. But Brentford had loads and loads of chances. Wisa had like 4 good chances that he stuffed and went wide or hit at the keeper. So, but I can see why Brentford are doing well in the Premier League. I can see why, like the type of football that they got going for them is almost like counter football, like hit them on the run, long balls, and then you've got the 2 strikers up there that would kind of do the job against maybe lesser teams or catch out the bigger teams. But nothing really special about that win. Good for some confidence for some players. Ramsdale played. I think that's his role now. It's Carabao and kind of cup games, I guess, which is unfortunate.
Carabao Cup specialist.
Yeah, 4th round. We'll see what happens.
So
Yeah,
you're safely through as
he's
with
holding
United.
that nice little pout pose.
Is Vo frozen? Was he holding that pose?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. See you.
Yeah. This is no this is when you can tell it's live.
We move.
Move on. Liverpool, yeah. So West Ham on the weekend scored first, which was a bit of a rarity for us. Yeah, I think deserved. West Ham did give it a go. We were talking about keepers last week, and Alisson did a really good save. Souček in the first half, and it's if you watch it, he was actually going the other way. Like he was already wrong-footed, and then Souček headed it to the right corner or left corner, as you see it. But yeah, and then they equalised, which was disappointing. It was
That's
a good
what I'm
goal.
saying about
Bones,
Bowen. You're
like,
saying
got ahead
about
of
wingers and
Gomez,
that. Like
good header into the
he's a
corner.
threat.
That's what Bowen does.
He's a big danger to
Yeah.
defenses and.
He is, and he was all game, and I can see why as well, because he makes these runs and like defenders lose it.
I'd have him at Arsenal for sure.
And he's really good
I'd
with his
have him at
head.
Arsenal as
He
backup to
does score a
Saka.
lot of headers as
But
well.
I don't think he'll go as a backup.
But yeah, second half, I think. Yeah, I think we were rumoured. I don't know how much like rumours are true with Bowen, but I guess he probably gets a lot of admirers and sort of paper talk. But yeah, I do rate him. And then second half, steps up another gear, and relatively comfortable in the end. I think 3-1. Again, it's disappointing not to keep a clean sheet, but wasn't it wasn't a bad performance. I think ultimately we were just too strong for West Ham. And they did have a few chances, but I think we took ours. But yeah, blatant penalty on Salah, but he probably made a bit of a meal of it, but it was blatant anyway, and no one contested it. So yeah, I'm happy. 3-1. Can't ask for more. A win. Keep in touch with the leaders. Just like Vo, just not there's not much to say about that game because there wasn't any contentious points. We conceded, but we were probably that's what I mean. Disappointed in clean sheet. That's probably the only thing I'll say about that game. But the rest of it was good. McAllister, I'm still got question marks over him, even though he set up Nunez, who seems to be finding some form. He's playing a lot. He's still playing as as
did he score? Did he score that
in
this
terms
weekend?
of like making runs going forward, but it seems to be more of a threat for some reason. But yeah, McAllister did assist, but I'm still.
Darwin scored.
Who? Yeah. It was the ball that came over his shoulder and he just volleyed it in, which was actually a really good goal because that's not easy to do. Watch it from his shoulder and then volley it in the corner. Keeper had no chance because I think he wasn't expecting it. That first time shot. But yeah, not much more to say. He's just a good performance, like keeping touch with leaders. Disappointing clean sheet, but overall positive. And then Carabao Cup. I was just watching it just now before I came on here. Bloody hell, though. That we go a goal behind again. I think that's the fifth out of. It's the fourth or fifth out of 8 games that we've gone behind again. But we showed our worth in the second half. We equalised, and then Leicester opened up a bit, and then to be honest, 3-1 is probably doesn't reflect like how much possession we had or how much shots we had in the second half, and it should have been at least 6. It just was. The game was already won when Jota did that back heel. I don't know if you've seen it. He did that back heel goal. Yeah, it was really nice touch. But yeah, it could have been a lot more. Leicester were pretty decent, but I think they're in the Championship for a reason, even though they're top.
Do you know what's good with Newcastle knocking out Man City? It means there's
What
a
kind of
trophy up
team
for
did
grabs
City
for
field though?
you
Is
know.
it a third-rate
Yeah,
team?
and
Or...
all three other
Yeah.
teams have made it safely through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, C team like the youngsters, no Haaland,
No Haaland, I wasn't
no Walker, backup
Foden,
keeper.
Foden played.
Yeah, no Foden came on, I think.
Oh,
So
okay.
again, it was it was. Yeah, they brought them on. They brought them on in the end to try and nick it. Not even Haaland actually. They brought in Foden quite late on. Yeah, B team, not with the kids.
Yeah, I don't think Pep is too
Mate, it's
bothered.
England's
Not a lot of the
England's
kids. I
best
think, yeah,
defensive
definitely.
midfielder, mate.
I mean, Calvin Phillips
Can't
died.
knock
That
him.
tells you all you need to know. So in terms of what team they fielded.
Well, Wasteman he is.
Yeah. Ahead of Rice.
At a very short point in time, it was. But yeah, similar to all the other big teams, we fielded reserves. But I guess that word reserves is slightly different to how it was like 20, 25 years ago. And probably a mix of youth
Yeah, we did
and
well.
sort of like bench warmers.
Do you remember when Arsene Wenger used to put the kids, the literally kids out?
Yeah, I know.
They actually did sick. They took Carlos. That's what Carlos Vela started.
It's
There,
just
isn't it?
now that
And then they
it's
had
now
all these names, and you
every
just feel
other
like shit.
football
They were
club
actually
have
like
really
pretty good. And
invested
then
in their academies.
those are the good old days.
Yeah, because
But even
most
so,
of
squad sizes are so big now as well that it's not going to be
Yeah.
easy for academy players to come through.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
No, and that's what I mean. Like, everyone's probably got the dream is to have two players for every position, and like cups is probably a chance to play like those sort of bench warmers.
I'm missing out.
But yeah, Sloboslai came on, did a cracker of a goal.
I need to watch the highlights. Then you made it out. They like
Jota did the back heel, nice back heel.
Yeah.
And then the Sloboslai did a screamer.
Hey.
And then 3-1 again. So it's a 4-3-1 in a row. How about that for a stat?
So there's goals there.
4 3-1s in a row.
Liverpool got a goal.
Oh wow! And then the other one before that was 3-0.
Yeah.
Jeez. But
And
then
if you had three goals, which
Is that a trend or independent result of each other?
is it going to determine the next game? Yeah, like if you was betting, it was.
So
But
what are we saying?
that's
what are we going on?
that's
to
probably
next?
that's a bit of a weird stat.
The predictions.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, what were the results of the predictions?
But
yeah.
Predictions?
I think I got the
predictions or
United
fantasy?
one right. 1-0.
Oh, okay.
Well, we know Dave got Spurs one right.
Lucky. That was lucky.
You got a United one. Yeah, I think you got United because I remember you saying
you said 2-1.
it's going to be United's going to get lucky 1-0, a lucky 1-0.
1-0.
Both of our
Yeah.
teams.
A lucky 1-0. Yeah, so you're right. I think I went for 2-1.
I went 0-0.
And you went 0-0. Yeah, and then
I can't remember.
and then United the Liverpool one. Yeah, I did something stupid again, didn't I? I said something like West Ham.
So it must have
3-2
been
or something
2-1.
like that.
Close.
I said 2-1 because I took your pick.
Okay.
I took the Wolves pick. I said 2-1.
No, we are. I got one right. You got one right.
Yeah, we're not very good at this prediction game, are we?
It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this is episode 7.
Bournemouth Arsenal away.
I think it's the first time we got them right.
Yeah, Bournemouth not been playing that well.
Easy.
Very
Bournemouth
leaky.
Arsenal away.
We've got injuries though.
As in Bournemouth home, Arsenal away.
So I'm going to go with a 1-0 Arsenal. Hard fought.
Bournemouth are shit.
Away.
Dave?
Yeah, I was going to go 1-0, but I'll go 2-0.
1-0. That's a bit tight.
I'll go 2-0. I'll go 2-0.
Oh, but we're going for an Arsenal win then, yeah?
Yeah, I think 2.
Ray or Ramsdale and
I'll be
goal.
different. I'll say
Ray
3-0 Arsenal anyway.
Okay.
I don't fancy Bournemouth whatsoever. Yeah, Arsenal win. I don't fancy Bournemouth whatsoever. But yeah, we're saying.
Yeah, he saved us.
Yeah.
Right.
He did a sick done your job save against Spurs actually against I think it was Sarr or one of them when he put it in.
Palace, yeah. Don't
Next
fret
one,
on Palace, man.
Man United Palace at home. Man United at home, I think 2-0. Man United. Nah, I think Palace is.
Yeah.
I can't see it. Can't see it happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Third clean sheet in a row for United, 2-0.
I don't think you've turned the corner. I think you're going to go back.
Well, we just beat Palace, so you know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm 1-1 draw.
I think 2-1 Palace.
Yeah.
How about that?
2-1 Palace away. Stick a 5 on that, Dave. There you go.
Go on then. I will.
Yeah.
They do.
1-1.
I went for
Everyone's
1-0 win though.
I know it's
for
every
last
week there's
that
a
was
theme
right,
here
but
that we're always picking.
United do
to
seem like
struggle,
they're struggling for some reason.
It's probably right, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah.
I went 0-0. I predicted a clean sheet for you guys.
Okay, and then the last one's the big, quite a big game actually. Spurs home to Liverpool.
I think 3-2 Liverpool.
3-2. This is the battles of the undefeated, right?
Yeah. 3-2 Liverpool. We're both scoring goals for fun, and I think we'll continue that trend of 3 goals.
3 goals.
Wow.
Yeah, 3-2.
Serious?
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, mine was 2-2. I was gonna opt for 2-2 for that. It's gonna be really close.
You can go 2-2.
Like it'd be like a dogfight.
Yeah.
2-2 sounds right.
Liverpool leaky.
Yeah.
It should be similar to the Arsenal game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely goals because, like I said, Liverpool's clean sheets are lacking. Spurs have been they're scoring a lot of goals and just like attacking. So I think to fair 2-2 is probably a good one, but who knows? One of them might get lucky in a 3-2.
I think it'd be a really good game because Postologo.
I hope so.
Yeah, he doesn't shy away from attacking. He won't change his philosophy.
Can't be, right?
And Klopp would definitely go for it. So it could be a very good game.
I do want Liverpool to win it though.
Because saying that now, we jinxed it. I can't see it. I can't Spurs.
Too many attacking football from both squads.
Yeah.
I think they're in and
Yeah,
around.
and because you hate Spurs.
Well, obviously, you say that every week about Spurs, no?
Yeah. Who's Spurs second?
Spurs ain't second. Liverpool second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Liverpool's on, City's on 18, and the Liverpool's on 16. Yeah. And then Brighton 15, and Spurs and Arsenal on 14.
That's so annoying because
that's another one of my.
Because we drew our first game and we won all of us. Drew our first game against Chelsea, and I was thinking, how the fuck did we drew against Chelsea?
So bad.
Seeing how shit they are, yeah.
They're shit.
So bad.
They're in big trouble. We've lost again.
What the hell is Poch doing, man? Is it Poch's fault?
He was big enough Chelsea.
There's just too many players there, isn't there? There's just too many like inconsistent. Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's just too many. Every week you open the team sheet and you're just like, who the hell are these people? And you look at the bench, like, who the hell are these people? And it's like, there's no confidence in there. There's no leadership. I mean, actually, I guess there should be some leadership. You know, Thiago Silva and all that. But you just look at it. There's no one there to take the game by the scruff and kind of lead them.
Well.
You know, in that sense, it's just. And I can't see it improving until they've got a lot of injuries. You know, that Jackson guy's awful. In FPL, he's been awful.
I think he did score tonight. I think he scored tonight, though.
He scored tonight, yeah. Finally got his goal in Carroll Cut, and then he's banned for the next game, though. So they probably stick Sterling up top, and Sterling is shit. I'm telling you, he was lucky, yeah, that he was at City, and that's where he got his goals. Because City was just creating goals. He'll miss chance after chance after chance, and even if he missed them, someone else will score, or he'll tuck his 10th chance in or something. Whereas now at Chelsea, he's missing. I don't know if you saw it. He had this chance where he could have just had a little pass to Jackson. Jackson would have scored, and Sterling just historically has just been just greedy.
It's true though. That's
he's
true.
Bad.
Again, Sterling's got history with England. Remember?
Same.
Greedy.
Although Kane should have passed to Sterling at the World Cup. Don't forget that. Kane's got history.
Very true.
Imagine being a Chelsea.
Where that's the 14th.
That much money.
They finished 12th. They finished 12th last season, so they're kind of they're performing how they expected, right?
That is. Can't face it. I don't think I can face it, right? Yeah, no excuse whatsoever.
And
we've got loads of injuries. We've got a massive
in terms
list.
of there's no European football distraction to play one game a week.
The only excuse they can give is they have injuries.
No, but that's because we built the squad to enable us. That was what we didn't have last season.
Now you've got injuries, but you look at your team sheet, you're still putting out what you're expected to put out. You think that's
No,
yeah. No, but the 11 you're putting other, except for Martinelli being injured the last couple of weeks, is literally the exact first 11 you put out. Chelsea are missing loads. They're missing their striker in Goku, missing Fofana, their defender. They're missing their Caicedo's been a little bit injured. Latvia's been injured. I'm saying all that. I don't even know if they'll start. I mean, I don't know.
I'm looking at the last game.
And
they had decent team.
You're saying it
Fernandes,
as if they're like
Caicedo,
Spurs. Like, look at Spurs. They ain't got no big man
but
striker
they're still
no more.
missing their out and out.
Harry Kane's busting up the Bundesliga right now.
I was going to say it's like City missing Haaland, but not really. Other people.
He's not, but he's still banging them in. Still,
I'm saying that's the only one. He's actually not leading goal scoring in Germany. There's some dude who scored. Yeah, but there's some guy who scored 10 in 5 goals. But anyway, they don't end him.
There was a bet for Kane to score his first 10 games.
Yeah.
On the buy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
In a row?
And I thought that was tasty, but obviously, like pussy I am, I didn't back it. But
he's only played 5 though. Has he scored in every game?
Yeah, he's scored in every game so far.
Okay.
Yeah, banged in the hat trick.
I see.
I bet someone in Germany is thinking,
German Dave,
this guy's a one-season wonder.
All right. Cool.
What's Dave? What's Dave in German?
Boy,
no idea. But
I don't know what's going on, man. Well, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to being up there so high, man.
FPL?
Yeah.
FPL. We're going, Will.
Bloody hell, Will.
Yeah, I mean,
killed it.
Yeah, I think I've got a good setup.
Proper nosebleed.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing research
four points
for
behind
FPL,
our friend from Thailand
cheeky
again.
tips. Yeah. That's
banging
true.
week.
That's true.
Do you know what it is? It's because we've been keeping you on your toes here.
Yeah.
You know, every week we talk about do your team. Otherwise, you'd be tailing off by now. You know.
Well, you called it. Load up on Newcastle.
Newcastle. We said it'll finally pay off. Like it went early, but now they're bloody 8-0 against Sheffield United. 8 different goal scorers. All the 2 defenders scored a goal. Trippier 3 assists. Jesus Christ, that was literally FPL dream.
That is FPL. If you had it, yeah.
And they're not just standing there, and then Will's midfield, bloody every single one of his midfield got double digits.
Yeah,
Saka,
it's
Mitoma, Salah, Foden.
Like keeping up
this
with
week, if anything,
else. Like,
I mean, we all did it anyway, but Haaland was the worst captain pick. You know, he could have went for anyone.
You're just going to get left behind that way.
Yeah. It's almost like I said, unless you've got a standout game to go against Haaland, you pick him, and then you just hope your other 10 players lifts you up. There's no point taking that risk.
I am surprised
of not captain Haaland. Haaland gets a brace or whatnot, and then you just tell him behind.
I thought you had a decent 80-something points or something.
That propelled you all the way up. I thought I had a decent week, but I went down. Because if you look at
Oh, you did. Yeah, you had 62.
62, right? Calculate.
But that's below average, I think.
To win FPL, our league, you need to average between 55, 60 a week to win the league.
No, but it
should be
depends
on
on what
top
the average was, because this week's average points is 68. You was actually below average.
No,
That's
but
the
I'm
problem.
talking about across the season.
Yeah.
Well,
I know what you
that's
mean.
hot
Average
tip.
of this week.
That's
But if
the
you
hot tip
average
for this
55
week.
to 60 every
Morris
week,
coming in for the double game
you'll
week.
win FPL.
Everton away,
Yeah,
Burnley.
you win
Oh, you actually had Morris on the bench.
I know.
But I
I
guess you're
traded
planning
him
ahead,
for
right?
Nketiah because Nketiah's
Planning
not
ahead
really
for
getting
a
game
double
time.
game week.
So
Yeah. What, are you getting in, Will? You getting Morris in? Oh, okay, yeah, you need to get rid of him. Yeah. So you played your wild card the week prior, right, Dave? Yeah, because you got
Yeah.
two Luton
Yeah.
and a Burnley guy ready for the double game week.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
I'm like a chess grandmaster. I've already thought 2 weeks.
Planning ahead, yeah. Planning ahead.
I've already
Maybe
thought 2 weeks ahead.
you should tell our other friend who's at the bottom of the league.
I feel
some
sorry
of
for
that
him,
advice.
man.
He's gone. He's finished.
He's a goner,
I feel
yeah.
sorry
Finished.
for him,
Well,
man.
he's Chinese.
No, it's not.
He
No,
played his
it
wild
can't
card,
be,
though.
It can't be
He
just
played his
bad
wild
luck,
card.
though. Look at the picks.
Got a red card and an own goal. So
Is that just bad luck? Do you think?
it's got to be, though, isn't it? No, it is, because if you look at his squad, it's not the worst.
It's a
On
tough
paper,
one, man.
again,
Yeah.
I had a
it's not
little
bad. He's
look.
got Leno in goal, Gabriel, Robertson.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to play.
That was your hot
fixtures,
tip,
I
bro.
guess,
He must have listened
Romero,
to
but
you.
he's playing
He must have
Arsenal.
listened to you and
He's
thought,
got
Liverpool.
Dave, my mate. Yeah.
He's got Ward
Ward-Prowse is gonna be
Prowse,
the one.
and it's probably the week that you actually didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But
It's
Ward-Prowse
the week
is a
that-
good pick
That
though
was my hot
because
tip.
he's consistent. He's set pieces, corners.
Don't
So
listen.
he's listening.
Don't
At
listen
least
to
he's
me.
listening to
Basically.
podcast then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nah,
'cause
there could be some.
he is. He's good. I'll tell you what though, Ward Prowse has
Oh no.
decent run of fixtures now.
Yeah. After that, at Liverpool. But you know what? I wasn't actually worried about Liverpool. 'Cause I thought, like I said, Liverpool don't keep clean sheets. So I
Yeah.
thought, if anything, I was happily. I actually benched Madison. I benched Madison and he ended up getting 9 points. But I was more confident in Ward-Prowse getting a result over Liverpool than Madison over Arsenal. But only because I had Son as well, so I didn't want both of them. But yeah. Okay, yeah, FPL quick one, just double game weeks. That's about it, really. Nothing too much to add.
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your hot tip?
It is silly now.
I've brought in that Burnley defender
Yeah,
that
it
you
is a
got just
trap.
for the fun of it because I got Cabor already. I
Yeah.
could have went another Luton, but I think come on, it's Luton. You know what I mean? We're just being silly now. We're just it's like we're being silly here. It's double game week. It's double game week trap. You know what I
I
mean?
already
So
had a Burnley
in the end, I mean,
defender.
Burnley's
So
not that
I'm
great
still-
area. They
I'm
got
still-
Newcastle away. If
I'm
Newcastle
still kind
scores
of
another like
umming
8,
and
9
ahhing
goals, it's
about
big trouble.
having
But
him
yeah.
in there. Out
I
I
Oh,
feel
you
that's an
were
interesting
really
one. That
instead
the
of,
double game week is
Estepinian.
Luton versus
But I've
Burnley.
not really seen
Yeah,
Estepinian
Luton versus that, and
play
then-
the last couple. Oh wait, he played the last one. He played 3-1 Bournemouth. Yeah. Assist or something like
No,
that.
if you got bench in that day, I would do the double game week over Estepinian. Estepinian's got Villa away.
Try and get the 4 points,
And,
yeah.
Brighton hasn't actually kept many clean sheets at all.
No.
But Estepinian has always
Try and
got
get
an
the 4
assist, so
points.
his points has always been there.
Yeah,
So,
but
I mean,
my
he's
hot
playing
tip
for the,
this
assist,
week is
but-
Morris.
I think-
Morrison.
Yeah,
if
it's
you're
difficult
looking for a
one.
low,
But I think
striker,
Luton.
Yeah,
you
4
need a
points.
striker.
It's 4 points plus anything
Eddie's not
else
in
is
there
a good.
anymore. He's not first pick.
It's a good risk.
I
Yeah.
think it has to be.
I think. Yeah.
But he's been consistent. He's been consistent in his points. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's a double game week trap. You know, you wouldn't consider Morris in any circumstance other than he's got 2 games. Yeah, basically, if he gets a penalty, that's all you need. If Luton gets a penalty, you're back. You're in there. And Everton and Burnley is decent games at least. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. We shall see. Will's still second, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
third. Yeah. Happy days.
Yeah, and I'm third, from bottom.
from bottom.
To be fair, remember that season, bro?
Don't
Was it
don't
last
worry,
season?
don't worry. I have supreme confidence in
Yeah.
myself.
You say this every week, and you've not moved anywhere.
Yeah, because
We'll come
it's a marathon, not a
The
sprint.
marathon. We
I
shall see.
will come through in the end. Apart from that 1 year, I've only felt been in the
working
bottom
really
half
hard
1
here,
year
don't call
out
it
of
luck.
how long we've been doing it? 12, 13.
Our reigning champion is fourth. It's like fifth from bottom.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not a lot.
just shows it's game of luck, isn't it? But anyway, it's early days. Early
Well-
days. I mean, it is early days. Only. No, I was gonna say if we exclude. I mean, you're only 80 points away from top, Dave.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
Simple.
That's 1 game week that I make back.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Dave's favourite segment, yeah?
So we're on to, we're continuing on a new segment.
Dave's favourite segment. Got 2 questions. You know, a lot. One of them is generic, but this one, I swear, a lot of questions are just aimed at you, Dave. So, anyway.
Have we had this
questions
question
are there. I
before?
don't know if you can see it. Anyway. Should the man always pay on the first date? Is it a red flag if the woman does not offer?
Is this aimed at me? No.
We never had this question before, but I
We've
remember
talked about it.
Okay.
angling
all
4
right,
questions, and I
okay.
quickly
We,
said,
we've discussed this
remember
kind
when
of
we went
before
for
then.
the lobster dinner? There was a question about
Yeah,
at what point
yeah.
should the guy pay?
Go on, Dave.
And a lot of us answers was third date, and Dave said never. And I was like, okay, can you elaborate on that? But we didn't expand. But now someone's asked.
Yeah, so I think
Gentle oath.
Yeah, we did. That was it. And then we
I
I just threw that out there. But go on, Dave. On your never.
I think being a traditionalist and a gentleman, always the first. Yeah.
No. But that's you're just switching it. You said your answer was always pay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. The guy should pay the first time.
No.
What's the question?
No, this question
Go on,
is should a
Dave.
man
You
always
can
pay
take
on the
take
first
lead on
date?
this one.
I think universally all 3 of us will say yes, right?
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah.
Yeah. But then the second bit is it a red flag if the woman does not offer? So the woman sat there and didn't offer, would you be like, bit iffy?
Is it a red flag? Is it expected? To be honest, I personally wouldn't be offended because I'd be expecting.
Your what's it?
I'd be expecting to pay anyway. So if she offered, it'd be.
Oh wait, you're pretending.
No, but it's
whilst
like
we
how
were 5-minute film.
you know-
Fucking
you know,
hell,
in
mate! I'm
Arkansas,
not going
where
out
you
for
fight
dinner
for
with
the
you
bill,
ever
but
again.
obviously one person knows they're gonna get it, but you just pretend, nah, Dave, I'll kill it. You're like, no, it's my turn, and I'm like, yeah, you eventually gotta pretend, you know. So it's kind of like if you're on a date, you want the girl to at least, yeah, of course, man, mate. Will you can put me behind you loud anytime you want.
Like I said, I know everyone's
The
different.
fluffy ones,
Personally, I wouldn't be offended because I know I'm going to do it anyway. And I know there's all that play fighting, which is like we save it for the bedroom. But yeah,
Right. In uniform,
I
right?
think as a
uniform,
traditionalist,
handcuffs. Yeah, but I personally wouldn't be bothered because first date. There's always this. I think it's a written rule that guy will pay for the first date.
Yeah.
And even though what I said that I will continue to pay, if she did offer at some point, obviously I'll reject it, but it'd be nice. And
Yeah, that's the bit I wanted to question you on, Dave, because the last time you said a guy should always pay, and you're like, I always pay, and I just find that like no, because you want kindness.
that's not your first date.
no, but
in the
how,
opposite.
if you think about it, how many dates are you really going to go on with this girl?
It's not dates, but I'm talking about general dinners. So now, at the moment, in your general dinners, are you
No,
always paying?
because I'm under
Okay,
the
so you are
same
splitting it.
opinion.
Yeah, but that's
like,
different. That's
if
not
you're-
a date. That's not a date anymore, is it?
I know it's not.
If you're going out,
Okay, so you're saying if you went
you
on 5 dates, you'll
wanna-
pay for the 5 dates.
Yeah.
as a traditional man.
Okay, fair enough.
Thanks.
I think
Always
I'm
backing me up.
trying to-
He
You
knows.
want
Yeah,
to
he knows.
I
make
think-
sure the girl is comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's part of it. That's part of the chivalry. I think chivalry is kind of dead now with the way modern society is kind of conveying things. Well, we don't want to talk about horrible people in this podcast, right? But you know the second part of that question, do you see it as a red flag if
I
they
know some people don't
No,
even
I
get on their
wouldn't
knees
see
when
it
they
as a red
propose.
flag. I'll actually spin it
Scumbags.
as
Proper
it's a green
scumbags.
flag if they do offer. That's how I would spin it.
Should be shot the ass.
I don't care. Well, I don't care. No harm done. But if she does offer, that's a green flag for me because
No.
she is thinking about, oh, I don't want you to spend all this money. Like I want to share it out.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
a green
Yeah,
flag
if
for
they
me in
didn't
terms of
offer,
financially. So
no harm done.
so
Yeah, no
when
harm
in the
done.
future you see
If
all
they
of
did,
this
you tick that
come
box.
through,
Yeah, you
like
tick
as
that
per
box.
Dave is saying,
Yeah.
like after third, fourth day, or you're together, you're kind of sharing out that kind of responsibility. That is a good thing in itself, in my opinion. But what do you think of that though? If a girl, let's say that
Do you know
that question
Do
came
you know
up
what's funny? In the
for
alternative universe, there's
girls,
probably 3 girls sitting the
would
same
it be a red flag
topic.
though?
So is
In
it a red
our
flag
opinion
if
for
the
it?
guy offers to split the bill or something like that, and all this bullshit, and they'll run a mile and all that? Yeah.
Mm,
What's that?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It, as girls, of course. So you pose the question to a girl: is it a red flag if a guy doesn't offer to pay? Yeah.
100%. I say yeah.
You're not getting a second date, mate. I mean, 99 of girls, a guy does not pay or says. I say it as a little bit of a joke, but actually I take it back
Only
because I
dumb
think
people
on
do
our
that on the
first
first
date,
date.
if they liked you enough and you did say let's split it, they would give you another chance if they liked you,
Yeah.
and they'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? Because if anything, a guy might be like, let me test her and say let's split it and see what she says, and she'd be like, yeah, sure, let's split
See,
it.
I sometimes do it on the put it
I
not
think for the
slightly. I
guy,
would be like, look,
we
let
want
me
that
pay
second
for
date,
the
right?
first one, and then on
Yeah,
the
so
next
then,
one you can sort
yeah,
the
to get that
next
second
one
date,
out.
you pay for the bill.
So you kind
You
of
know what I mean?
it's
Yeah,
it's
and
like a
then
sales
whatever
technique
happens after
in a
that
way,
happens.
but
But you know,
you're kind of
you need to get a second date.
getting that next
Yeah,
date
yeah.
to and sometimes they go like, nah, I'm paying for it because I don't want to see you again.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm not talking from
Guys, get
experience.
into
I'm
it, guys.
just saying like that's
Yeah.
probably what happens. Yeah.
Right. Sure, of
Yeah.
course not.
And then, what's your opinion though on that question?
No, I covered it. Yeah, guys has to pay. Like I said, my answer 3 dates because generally, I mean, 3 dates by then. I mean, I'm guessing how many dates do you go on? Maybe maximum 5 dates.
That's what I
3's
mean. Yeah.
normal. I think you always pay, and then but at the same time, I think first date the guy should always pay. Second date, if she's angling to pay it, go for it. You know what I mean? And then take the first. You know, for us, I think it's an easy answer really.
Yeah.
All guys should pay on the first date.
Ooh.
And then beyond that, it's open.
Okay. Good.
Okay, this one's
Yeah.
loaded.
I mean,
don't
there's
know
been a
what other
couple.
question,
I
but
mean,
we should
I
get
had
to
a
the
restaurant
answer.
up in Nottingham
And it says,
before.
what is the
But
worst form
I
of racism you have encountered?
I look at it as like especially up north, is there's a lack of
You guys,
education.
I'll let you guys think because I've got
we've
loads of
very
stories.
ignorant. Even some
Yeah,
of
go on.
the so I went to
Yeah.
do like a bricklaying course and plastering course to get qualified for that, and even the teachers or the tutors there, they would have some sort of racial connotations in the things that they say, but we're like being really friendly about it. So I know that they're not doing it in a way that is trying to hurt me. There is a slight difference between racial like ignorance and purposefully doing it. So the restaurant example was I'm outside painting the restaurant, getting it ready for opening day, and there's just car flying by, and it's like, oh, ching chong, oh, get off that ladder, mate. And I got mad a little bit because that is trying to hurt me in that by saying that those type of things. So I kind of chased them down. The thing they stopped at the traffic lights, and by the time I got there, they were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man." Like, I was so like, again, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
a bravado thing, but that's not. I've never experienced anything like major towards me. So I can't really comment. That's why I kind of see it as more ignorance from my side. Some people just I know a lot of people who kind of just click if something racist does come out, even though it's not meant to. Some people just switch and like get really aggressive and like get defensive, and sometimes like chill, man. It's like, why are you getting worked up all over it? But maybe I haven't experienced it to the extent they have to cause that trauma. So
Well, Bo's got loads of stories, so I'll just quickly get
I
mine.
haven't got loads of stories. I haven't got loads of stories.
I just quickly got mine. Mine's similar to Will's experience, so I've not
Yeah.
had
they
anything really
just
aggressive.
say it though.
I've not had things thrown
They
at
just say
me
it.
or got
It's
beaten up
even,
for it. But
you know,
yeah,
back
similar
in the
to Will, I
days,
was walking down the street
the P word for
and
people
this bunch of
puff
guys called
done.
me.
Like
I
it was
remember
a
it
very
because it's quite a funny thing. They
normalized
said "good-looking
word
chinky" like
back
that,
then. But yeah, like
and I thought, where did that come
it's
from?
probably like a normal.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
mm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's how worse I've got it, and I guess obviously I've heard stories, but I guess I've been lucky in that respect that I've not been like physically abused over it or had anything thrown at me, just verbal abuse, which you shouldn't have to deal with, but part of growing up. But I'll get but there's a story I want to tell you about something else, but I'll
Well,
let
you
that.
can go for the story. You can go for the
No,
story.
no, no,
That
no. I
story.
want to hear those first.
No, I was gonna say same thing. Like I've never been beaten up over it. Like so, nothing extreme. But it's just like just growing up.
Yeah.
We always get. I think all our experiences gonna be the same. It's just casual. You walk over and then the knee hows and then you're right chinky and then it's what the one we all just said. We've had one at O2 finishing clubbing and walking to the station, and then like they're playing about, and then one of his friends hits this guy, and then they think it's me, and then they have a joke, and they're like, oh, I thought it was that chinky boy kind of thing, and then you just turn around, I'm like, what the fuck you calling me a chink for? And then that's the debate I was gonna like open up to discussion is that when people use it like that, it's kind of what you just said, Will, with the car thing. Are they actually being racist or literally just using it so casually that we should just be like, yeah, whatever? Because there's two sides of things. Because we genuinely know he didn't really mean any maliciousness to me. Like, it weren't until I walk past and he goes, oh, you fucking chink kind of thing. He was just saying like, oh, I thought it was that chinky boy kind of thing. But then they just use it so normally that you're just like, what's your problem? Like, and then we end up like having a fight like between two. I'm like, again, to always this fight. But do you know why I always think it's not important to have a fight with them? Yeah, because every time I finish a fight with them over like racial abuse, I literally feel like, right, I taught them a lesson. They know not to do that again. Does that make sense? Because the reason why historically we always get in these comments is because we're so passive. You know what I mean? They say
Just that
it,
education.
and we
It's,
just
it's
be
like with the
our
teachers
parents
that I
like,
had
don't
in
ignore
the
them,
building
walk on,
the
get on with your
building
life.
workshop. It's
Whereas
like,
all other kind of in
of
walks
course
of
they're
life,
not gonna, because
you
they
know, you
don't
do
come
it to any
across
other kind of race.
people like me
They're
all the
gonna get
time,
beef. You
or
know what I mean? So
have those
every
deeper
time
conversations
among
with
our
people
friends
like
it
me.
happens, you
So
always
they
just feel
don't
like,
really
right, there's one less
understand
racist
if
in the
what they're
world. You know what I
saying
mean?
is going to
Not one
hurt
less racist,
someone.
but it gives
They
you a
just
little
find it
doubt of not to
funny,
use it.
and that's what I'm saying. There's a difference between
Yeah.
the ignorant side of them saying kind of borderline racist stuff, as opposed to hatred, because that's
Yeah.
what racism is to me, is hatred towards that race. That is, yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Yeah.
Yes. So none of us have experienced a hatred, which is fine, which is extreme racism. But we've all experienced that casual, random, I don't know, name calling or cat calling thing, which is, it's still not right, because that's what, I mean, like I said, from the very start, it's all about education. And the thing is, all of these people are just picking up from historically, from their parents, from their grandparents, from the playground, and everything's just literally just so easily accessible. It's like, oh, there's no repercussions. And it's like, oh, I just thought it's just something we say. So with that, so my question to you guys, that do you think you walking down the street and someone randomly, because it literally just by habit, and they say ni hao, are they racist?
It is a form of racism. Yeah.
But do you know what I mean?
Whether they mean it or not, and when malice involved,
yeah, it's a trigger.
It's a trigger. It's a trigger. They are being racist.
It's a trigger.
That's the thing. Yeah. For us, right? Obviously, we will say it's racist. But you know, if you confronted them and say, "Why are you being racist?" They're like, "I'm not being racist. It's just I'm just saying, how are you?" That kind of thing. But as soon as we hear that,
they want to be cute, throw it out there.
Like that.
Oh, I know.
It's
unsettling. It's a trigger.
It's a tone. They're not saying hello to you in your own
but
language.
They think they are. That's the problem. But then you that's the problem. There's two schools of thought. Some of them are genuinely just picking it up, and they just heard this word and they just think, oh, Asia person, I'm going to throw it out there. Yeah. So, but then, but Dave, you're also right. There are some who also do it in a mocking way. So it depends on two school of thoughts. But I'm just saying, in our whole walks of life, it's just always thrown out there. And if you confront them, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not being racist. I'm just saying, how are you?" You get what I'm saying? It's really weird. It's a really weird thing.
Yeah. But I think viewers, for avoidance of doubt, just knock them out. Okay.
That's what I mean.
Right?
For
no
me,
doubt. Then,
when like. Yeah, it's been a while, but that's how we kind of dealt with it. That kind of thing. It's like, what the fuck? And then they're like, that's
a good question. Was that from the same person?
Who knows?
Okay, anonymous.
Okay.
I did have a story to tell, and on racism. So, me and Michelle went to a hot pot restaurant like last year. It wasn't particularly busy, but it was full of Chinese people. So we sat down, and then this white couple come in and sit down. Like I said, it wasn't that busy, so there's enough servers. But the server blatantly ignored them. Like it took them a while to for them to get served. So firstly, gave them the menus. And then came back like 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, take the drinks order. Took ages with the drinks, and by that time, literally, they again came in straight after we had already got a hot pot and we were already eating, and they just literally getting their drinks. And again, that couple kept getting ignored for some reason. I don't really know, and then they needed help with the menu. And eventually, they just got up and left. They only ordered water, so it wasn't like they paid for drinks. And I thought, that's obviously, not a nice experience for them. But I just thought, actually, you just experienced what it's like to be an ethnic minority.
Yeah, it is.
It is. You only had it for 10 minutes, where we have it for our whole life. Obviously, not always to that extreme, but that just one experience. And obviously, the guy just didn't like them for some reason. But that couple experienced what it was like to be a minority. And I thought, actually, I thought that was quite.
Yeah. Did it give you a sense of satisfaction?
I actually felt good. Yeah, I thought, not in the bad way. I just felt, what? It just highlights it. It just highlights like people who don't experience racism don't know what it's like. And that guy probably wasn't being racist to them, but I got a feeling, like I said, everyone else was Chinese in there, got served quickly. Like we got served really quickly. Like our food arrived when they were still ordering their drinks, and I just thought at that point, you know what, you guys felt what it was like. Even if it was like for 10-15 minutes, you guys felt what it was like, and I thought, okay. So I just wanted to add that in. It just literally just came to my mind as we were just talking about racism, because it stuck with me, because a lot of people don't know how severe or bad it can get, and I agree. It's because of the UK. It's the same. If we go to Hong Kong, we don't really experience that, do we?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
you know what? You know what? You know what
It's just that
comforts me
herd
when I
mentality, and
see
it's
racism
always
and experience
within
racism, and I
you.
hate
There's
it so
someone
much. Is
different,
that
then you
in
feel
back of my head,
different.
I say everyone is racist, and we experience racism because we're in England.
yeah,
But but in Hong Kong,
yeah,
Hong Kong people are racist to everyone else. So that's what I said. Wherever you are, the majority is going to be racist to another opposite. Yeah, it's a herd mentality, and it's just you're just picking up differences, and then that becomes the racism. We can't bring up racism and not talk about my good mate Piers Morgan, right? So
100%.
yeah, no. So my question was
Yeah.
what he did, and back then, I'm sure only our friends watch us anyway, so everyone knows the whole episode I'm talking about. That whole advert, milk advert. Prince Phillips is doing that advert. Does a good speech in Mandarin because he can speak Mandarin, and then Piers Morgan mocked him and says, "Ching chong chang milk, yeah, yada yada." Susanna says, "You can't do that," and he's like, "What? I'm just mimicking. I can't speak Chinese. I'm mimicking the Chinese voice. Ching chong chang milk." Da, 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 da. Is he racist? And why? And can you see any element as to why he's not racist?
100% racist. 100% a cunt.
Takes one to know one, so we definitely know.
He's in good company here.
Yeah.
You should invite him to the show as a special guest. But yeah, like on national TV, how can you mock that language?
But that's the problem.
He's ultimately said he can't speak it. Don't fucking say anything then.
No, but his defense was he's not mocking it. He's just saying it how he hears it. But my counter argument to that is that's bullshit because he could have, if he did a feeble attempt to mock it, I wouldn't have an issue with it. It's the fact that he threw in the ching chong, which is so stereotypical, historically a mockery sound. Because if anything, you don't even think it does sound like ching chong, but you picked it up again. What we said historically from the playground, from your parents, that's how you bully Chinese people or mock Chinese people. So the fact that he threw that in, that's what's the triggering part. If he did an actual attempt to speak it, I wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah.
But again, an argument
if he said Chinese words,
why
no problem with it.
I kind of answered my own question, but a counter argument of what he has and his supporters have
Chinese words,
is that why can someone do a Scottish accent or do a French accent and we would laugh
in the bully language or racial language?
You don't
it's not the accent. The fact that he threw in ching chong.
Yeah.
Like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, as in attempt to say the Chinese words. That's that's the big.
But he was clearly mocking. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I swear that's the thumbnail, mate.
We gone over time?
We have.
I know we have, but like,
well,
is she like, you know?
Let me get.
Is it? But no, yeah, you I mean, we're clipping that. We are definitely clipping that one. But no, okay. On conclusion of that, yeah, because like I said, because you know what the thing is, yeah. As much as I say he's a racist, he actually Piers Morgan himself actually truly believes that he's not, and he has showed evidence in his supporting and in his
to him, yeah, because he's like numbed himself
because
from
he's
all
a big
of that.
supporter.
Maybe he's said it quite
refugees
a lot, and he doesn't realise that it.
When I was still able to see his tweets, he would call out other racism stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Is
I just feel like he's
in himself thinks that he's not racist. That what he did with that episode wasn't racist to him. Does that make sense? Because he's
only this time that it's pulled up. I don't think he's a racist, but what he did, his actions, where he didn't feel it was racist. In terms of other people's eyes, in like he did it on national TV for everyone to see as well. So he didn't really have a leg to stand on, apart from just saying, "No, I do all this stuff with all these people," and
yeah.
No.
That's the trouble, though. Like, yeah. Yeah. It's crazy though
Yeah.
because the repercussion he had was so minor, and the reason why is minor, and this is how I would say, is because the upper powers above him
Yeah.
is of the same sort. They're like, oh, but he's not being racist. You know what I mean? It's like the example I always use is that if
I don't think he's
you
coming
tell
back.
a teacher of an unruly kid. That kid's doing something unruly, and the teachers be like, "Well, I don't really see the problem with it." You know, they're not going to get in trouble, is it?
Yeah.
You need to everyone have the same belief system of
Yeah.
actually,
Well, on
Piers,
that
that was
note,
pretty bad to be in trouble. Whereas it
yeah,
was
it's
just
just
kind
the
of
two
brushed
of
underneath the carpet, weren't it? Yeah. You think?
All right, cool.
Maybe it's that
Don't
time of
forget
the month,
to
you know.
like,
Every
comment,
day, you know.
subscribe, everyone. If you've
Uh,
got questions that you want us to kind of answer at the end of the show, please put them in
okay,
there. We try to pick
gone
the
over
best
time.
ones
Should we
out
leave
the
it there?
lot.
Or should we... Yeah. Well, on that
Cool.
note, it's just two of
See you
us.
later.
One
Bye.
guy's gone to sort out some family matters or make some families. But okay, we shall see you soon. Yeah. Okay. Peace out.